Imagine this scene. You're in the supermarket, and your child sees an expensive toy on the shelf. He insists, makes that crying face, and everyone around starts to look. You feel the pressure. What should you do? Buy to avoid the tantrum, or use this moment to teach something valuable? The truth is that money is part of our lives from an early age, but hardly anyone teaches us how to deal with it. And the problem is that without this foundation, many children grow up with no idea of the value of money and end up repeating the same financial mistakes as their parents. Financial education isn't just about saving, it's about giving children the power to make good decisions in the future. Whether it's avoiding unnecessary debt or learning to invest, what you teach them today can define their future. But calm down. This doesn't mean you need to be a financial expert to educate your child. Small habits in everyday life already make a huge difference. And in this video, you'll discover simple and effective ways to teach your child about money. Think about it. 2 children grow up in the same house, but learn different lessons about money. One understands from an early age that he needs to save before he spends. The other always gets what he wants without any effort. Now imagine these 2 children as adults. The first knows how to plan, avoids unnecessary debt, and manages to build financial security. The second will probably struggle to organize themselves financially and may end up falling into traps such as credit cards and loans. And you know what's most impressive? Studies show that financial habits begin to form around the age of 7. In other words, the earlier your child learns about money, the more natural it will be for them to make good decisions in the future. And teaching this doesn't have to be complicated. Small lessons in the routine already make all the difference. Financial education doesn't have to be boring. In fact, the simpler and more natural it is, the better. Small attitudes in everyday life already shape the way your child sees money. One of the most effective ways of teaching is to use pocket money as a learning tool. Instead of simply giving money, turn it into an opportunity to teach about budgeting. Set a fixed amount and teach your child to divide it into 3 parts: spending, saving, and giving. This habit helps create financial awareness and responsibility. Another essential tip: teach about need versus want. Whenever your child asks for something, ask, do you really need it? Or do you just want it because it looks cool right now? This simple exercise helps prevent impulse purchases in the future. It's also important to let them make small mistakes. If he spends all his allowance at once and then wants more money, don't give in. This experience teaches them about financial consequences in a safe way, before they have to learn the hard way in adulthood. Creating goals and rewards is also a great way to encourage the habit of saving. If they want a more expensive toy, help them calculate how much they need to save each week to be able to buy it on their own. This teaches patience and planning. Small changes in everyday life create a strong financial mindset. Children learn through play, and when it comes to money, it's no different. The more fun the process, the easier it will be for your child to absorb the concepts and apply them in real life. A simple and effective idea is to use board games such as Monopoly or the Game of Life. These games teach about budgeting, investments, and even financial risks in a light and engaging way. Another option is to create a homemade game, like a savings challenge, where your child has to collect money for a reward at the end of the month. Another interesting activity is to give them a small amount of money to manage during a trip to the supermarket. Tell them they can choose a snack, but within their budget. This practice teaches them to compare prices and make more conscious purchasing decisions. Children also love challenges. So how about proposing a savings challenge? Set a weekly amount and encourage your child to save as much as possible. In the end, what they save can be doubled and put into savings, creating a real incentive to learn how to save money. The key is to make learning something natural and part of the routine. Teaching about money in everyday life is essential, but it's also important to think about the future. After all, the earlier you start planning, the more security and opportunities your child will have when they grow up. One of the most effective ways to guarantee a solid financial future for your child is to open a savings or investment account. In the US, options such as the 529 College Savings Plan help you accumulate money for college without paying taxes on the earnings. The Custodial Roth IRA allows working teenagers to save money for retirement from an early age, taking advantage of compound interest. Another important step is to teach the value of work and entrepreneurship. If your child already receives pocket money, encourage them to earn extra money by helping with small tasks or selling something they enjoy doing. This teaches them that money doesn't appear out of thin air, but is the result of effort and creativity. It's also essential to include your child in conversations about money. When paying a bill, explain how it works. When you're saving for something big, show them how it's planned. Children learn more by example than by words. So if you want your child to know how to manage money, the best way to teach them is by demonstrating good financial practices on a daily basis. Building a solid financial future for your child isn't just about saving money for them. It's about teaching them how to multiply it and use it wisely. Teaching about money from an early age is essential, but some well-intentioned attitudes can end up getting in the way of this learning. One of the most common mistakes is to overprotect children financially. Giving them everything they ask for may seem like an act of love, but it actually prevents them from learning to deal with frustrations and understanding the true value of money. Children who never have to wait or save for anything tend to grow up without financial responsibility. Another mistake is not giving financial responsibility from an early age. Many parents think they only need to talk about money when their children are teenagers, but the earlier they learn to manage small amounts, the better their relationship with finances will be in the future. It's also common for some mothers to avoid talking about financial difficulties. Of course, there's no need to burden children with adult worries, but involving them in a lighthearted way, showing them that money requires planning and choices, will help them grow up better prepared. Avoiding these mistakes can completely transform your child's financial future. Financial education is one of the greatest gifts you can give your child. It's not just about money. It's about security, independence, and opportunities for the future. By teaching them about saving, planning, and financial responsibility from an early age, you prevent them from making mistakes that so many adults face. Small habits, such as using pocket money wisely, differentiating needs from wants, and learning how to earn money, make all the difference in building a healthy financial mindset. And most importantly, your example is worth more than any explanation. Now tell me, which of these tips do you already use or intend to put into practice? Leave a comment and share this video with other mothers who also want to prepare their children for a prosperous financial future. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.